Hey, it's your girl KV, and I am back with another review. Well, two reviews for Sistas, Season 7, Episode 19 and 20. It Takes a Village and Beautiful Liar. You know, it's amazing that this show, it's truly a soap opera. When you think of it in terms of being a soap opera, it makes a lot of more sense in context of just thinking of it as scripted sitcom or whatever. So that's the lens that you have to look at this crazy show. So this episode starts off with Penelope has called Jordan. She's letting him know that she's okay. He's like, where you at? She's like, okay, you talked to Andy, right? Andy told you that I was good. He's like, yeah, but that was weeks ago, so I still been worried. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. In a long roundabout way, he's telling her that he's taking everything so hard. He's still running for office, but it's whatever to this point because he said about Andy. He asks about the baby. She tells him that the baby is no longer. And then he mentions that Andy has broken up with him. So they're both like, we gotta figure out what's going on, get to the bottom of this because y'all just seem so great together. Can you see that box? You sure can. You know those Amazon boxes, y'all. I just came back from vacation. I've been telling y'all, Melina wanted to go to the beach. So we finally took the kids to the beach. We went down to Orange Beach, had a good little time. And, I had to order a bunch of stuff on Amazon, make sure we had any and everything we would need for the beach. So I was just not realizing that I can see those boxes in the background. Anywho, next scene we see Fatima is getting ready for the baby shower because she's going with Zach because she the baby stepmama, she the baby stepmama. So she's putting on her makeup and she's like, I look like the clown I feel like. And I was like, yeah, but that's, just how Tyler Perry do y'all makeup. It's fine. It was given, that just made me think of Love Island USA. You don't have a clown nose. You have your nose. Shout out to Cordell and Serena for the win. So, yeah, y'all, Fatima feeling away about going to this baby shower because she engaged to one of the daddies of these twins. It's just a lot going on. And so I'm like, when you think of it as a soap opera, it makes a lot more sense, okay? So, yeah, I feel Fatima, it's a situation to be in, but I mean, it happens. I know plenty of people who, know somebody, end up dating him, and he be like, oh, I got a baby on the way before we get too serious. And, happily ever after, went to one wedding and headed to another one soon. Let's see. Everybody in the cast is at this daggone baby shower. Why is Rich and Tony at the baby shower? Maurice at the baby shower. Everybody at the baby shower but Michael. I said, now this is something that you bring your son to, Zach. You bring him to the baby shower. Why was he not at the baby shower? But his little brother and his little sister, what we found out. So that was weird to me. It's like everybody else in the cast here, and I get that there has to be an amount of drama, but in real life, the child would have been at the baby shower of his new little sibling over the friends of the baby mama's boyfriends. It was just kind of weird to me. Did anybody else notice that? Or is it just me being all, over analytical? At the bank, the communications guy shows up and he tells her that he's finished the article and he shows it to her. She's like, oh, that's a nice picture. And he's like, yeah, all your pictures are nice. Or something all corny and lame. And he's like, yeah, I left out the part about the IVF. And I'm like, yeah, I hope so, because it was getting real personal for this daggone business meeting interview. And anyways, he asked her, has she found a donor or has her boyfriend smartened up or something like that. And she's like, nope, still haven't. And he offers up his sperm, y'all. He offers up his sperm. He said he used to donate in college. So she starts questioning him, you know, going through the important stuff, family history, teeth, what about this disease, cancer, all this stuff, you know, going through it. And she's considering it. She's considering it. I said, whoa. Tyler Perry. So next we see Hayden and Andy are both having a meeting with Miss Marie with her mean, annoying self. I'm just like, ugh, just annoying. Hayden shows her that she's like, do you got proof of my husband's cheating? He's like, nah, but I got this. Slides over a folder. It's of an account where the husband had been paying his assistant a bunch of money. She's going back and forth like, yeah, I set up them accounts. I know that he paid her. She had to do a whole lot of this, whole lot of that. Hayden is like, no, this is an account that don't have your name on it. It's not at your usual bank, and these are large amounts of money. And she's like, okay, cool. Well, Andy, what you got? Because I know you a better lawyer than him. You got proof my husband cheating? She's like, no offense. He's like, some taken. I love that they had somebody to say that to Hayden's face. She's a better lawyer than you, but I mean, you cool and all, you good, but she's still better than you. I just like that they slid that on in there, so claps for that. I don't clap for a lot of the happenings, but I did clap for that. I said, she good for something, ain't she? So Andy is just sitting there like staring off into space like she just saw the rain come out the daggone TV or something, because she's so distracted about this Gary situation, y'all. So after the meeting, Miss Marie ain't even worried about Andy right now. She like, girl, she did get on her. I can't remember if it was this episode or the next one, where she got on her like, girl, you just look stressed. Concealer is supposed to conceal all of that weary in your you look worried, girl. How you looking so old in the face? Get it together. Miss Marie let Andy know that she looking crazy out here. So Hayden and Miss Marie go to his office, and you know, they not like this, or he went down like this, and she was like this. And so when Hayden gets home, him and Tamara are kissing, right? And they're arguing, and Tamara finds a gray pube in her mouth after kissing Hayden. I said, Tyler Perry, this is where I want to fight you. This is where I want to send the goons over and have them outside the studio ready to cut the power and block everybody from coming in. Because why on God's green earth would you write for this girl to have a gray pube hair transferred to her mouth through kissing this man? All right. Well, she accuses him of cheating, and he brings up how she be hiding her phone. When you ready to open up your phone and show me what you be hiding, then I'll let you know what's going on. He walks off. Now we're at, the main event, y'all. It's baby shower time for these babies that have been baking for like 4 seasons or something like that. Because, Tyler Perry seasons be like a week. Don't know, time be passing. It'd be like a week and a half in between time. Like in Sistas' world, it has only been like a year and a half or 2 years, y'all. Like it's been less than 2 years, I feel like. It has not been long at all. Tyler Perry, y'all. Tyler Perry. So it's baby shower time. It's at Andy's house, but she is late getting to her own house. Zach goes to speak to Rich and Tony. He sees the only other guys in the room, so he goes over there and was like, hey, I'm such and such. They're like, oh, okay, you one of the men to honor, yada. Y'all must be dating such and such. Yeah, I'm with Sabrina. I'm with Danny. Tony's like, yes, Danny's told me a lot about you. She said she held you down when nobody else was there. He's like, yeah, leave it up to Danny to make me sound like an orphan. But yeah, she definitely looked out or whatever. And they're like, well, how long have you known the girls? They're like, well, they've been there for everything. So, you know, a while. I've been knowing them a while. So they end up asking Zach some advice. How do we deal with these women? He tells them to, with this group, expect the unexpected. I said, well, ain't that the truth? Rich and Tony, later on at the baby shower, we see them being mean to Andy and not really talking to him because she done broke up with Jordan. First they were like, he's doing fine. He watching Luke videos and doing this. And Rich like, well, yeah, maybe you should call him and check on him. They was cracking me up, y'all. So she is just still sitting there like shell-shocked, just staring out into space like an idiot, like at any time Gary's just gonna come in there and snipe her or something. Like, girl, get it together. It's so annoying because it's like, you literally, I know I say this every episode because it just bothers me because it's this accessible. You literally have the FBI on speed dial, and this man admitted to having ties to the cartel. Baby, I would have got bugged and followed right after I came from out the garage when Gary threatened me. FBI, come quick, okay? Mayday, Mayday. But no, Andy's gonna go sit in the corner, you know, slow crawl to the wall and just cry about it, you know. Just cry about it. So she's still shell-shocked, y'all. She's still shell-shocked. Karen does a little speech, and apparently they're gonna do the gender reveal within this. Zach busts open his shirt. It's pink. Aaron busts open his shirt. It's pink too. They having baby girls, twin baby girls that's gonna have two daddies and stuff. So that speech ends. She ends up doing another little, you know, wrap-up speech later on. And she asked Sabrina and Danny to be the baby's godmamas. My mama was like, she ain't gonna ask Andy. I said, girl, Andy was late to her own house for the baby shower. Who making Andy the godmama or anything? You can't be the godmama on my plant, Andy. She too busy. She a lawyer and she kind of slow. So, you know, it's fine. Andy can be auntie. Auntie Andy, you gonna be there, girl. Y'all godmamas. But Auntie Andy, your girl, godmamas. Danny being silly, just don't die anytime soon, because I ain't, well, y'all will be in line next, right? I'm just making sure, y'all. I'm just making sure. And so she also turns to Fatima. She also turns to Fatima and acknowledges how she cares for Michael, which is Zach's son from the stripper that they ended up getting custody of because she was neglecting him. How she cares for him and how she makes Zach accountable for being a good dad. So she was like, she's blessed, you know, she's blessed for her to be in the baby's lives. And I was like, yeah, because Aaron and Zach both give me, they don't want the kids to feel no different, no way. So I feel like when Zach come get the kids, come get his daughter, he probably gets both of them kids. Just, you know, unless Aaron already got his daughter, but I feel like they both liable to take both girls, especially since they're girls. Take both girls whenever they get the kids, just because they are such a family unit. And they both are very prideful men who, you know, will do right by some children. Question mark, because, you know, Aaron had them kids, but he said the grandmama won't let him see them because they weren't his kids biologically. There was that white woman who had shot herself and carrying Salon kids before they had got married, y'all. Aaron has a colorful past. Still can't trust him. Let me get to my notes to see where I'm at. Fatima is like, I've been blessed. I'm so grateful to be a bonus mama to your kids. And Karen was like, It was sincere. It was genuine. It was a cute little moment because it eventually has to happen. Like, Fatima was almost in the friend group. She was there. She had like a temporary text thread with her in it before y'all saw them in that grocery store and knew that she was dating Zach, and you banished them from hanging with her. She was this close to being a part of the circle. So stop being all mad, Karen. I get it. It's gonna be awkward to see the man that you put all this work and time into go to the next woman and she reap the benefits. But we grown, you gotta get over it. You got these babies, you got 2 baby daddies, they both gonna do right by them kids. See if it works with Aaron. I feel like that's your best bet right now, because you're not gonna want to date because there's too many family dynamics going on. You a new mama and all of that. Aaron is right there ready to lick the crack of your toes if you say yes. So I feel like give that a go, and while the baby's in the house. You know, while the babies is still in diapers for a while. Let them be there to train some babies. So, what we had? Fatima and Karen, after the speech is over and the baby shower is like wrapping up, but people are still there, they end up having a little conversation about Andy. They're like, yeah, she's been distracted. She's been distant. And, you know, I don't know what's going on with her. You know what's going on? I don't know, girl. She's just been distracted. You're right about that. So they're saying, let's go talk to her, but she's walking out of the door. So Andy is leaving her house, y'all. And leaving her house. She came to the baby shower at her house late, and she's leaving it early. Yeah. She's leaving, and as she's leaving, Gary pops out the elevator, y'all. He causes a bit of a scene, and he lets everybody know that they are getting married. She's like, I'm getting married, and da-da-da-da. Fatima says, what dumb bitch did you swindle into marrying you? I'm like, oop, because he's like, your dear friend Andy. Yep, the dumbest of all the chicks that I've been with. My dear friend, y'all's dear friend, Andy. Give it up for us, because we're getting married. Andy still just stared off into the distance, blinking. Oh, yes, guys, we're getting married, and you should respect it. I'm just like, I cannot stand this woman. Who wants her to be their lawyer? And this is how she be. Have we ever seen a courtroom? We've never seen a courtroom scene of Andy. I think that would be interesting, just to see the dynamics of how she handles situations in court versus the ones she handles in her real life. So yeah, that's episode 19. Next we got episode 20, Beautiful Liar. So we start where we left off with the baby shower. Andy's still looking off into, you know, the distance like a little baby deer in headlights. Gary done burst everybody's bubble with saying that he's gonna marry Andy. And it's just all this back and forth. Rich and Zach ready to take turns beating him up. The girls is cussing him out. They all like, what you mean? Stop touching my friend. Andy, what is this? Have we not been through enough? Everybody's just like, you know, it's Tyler Perry. Like, all we was missing is for somebody to bust out into a song in this scene, and it would have been OG Tyler Perry plays like a mug. As all the chicks just like having their little moment, talking down on Gary, y'all. And so he first invites everybody. Everybody's invited to the wedding except for, you know, the Hood Rat twins. What do you call them? Ghetto twins, the Hood Rat duo, something like that. And then they had kind of gave a little cliffhanger, like, who he talking about? He's talking about Fatima and Zach, because both of them probably scare him. They done both threatened to kill him or beat him up. So, yeah, I can imagine him not wanting them at the wedding. So, Maurice stupid self, he like, we need some cameras on up in here, y'all. This is some reality TV mess. I ain't seen nothing like this since the last time y'all got together. So after after the baby shower is over or whatever, the girls all go to Andy's bedroom and they're pressing her. They're trying to get to the bottom of why she's about to marry Gary. Meanwhile, the guys are sitting up front and they're kind of having a little conversation about it too. So she's still sitting there looking stupid with the Gary and I are together. Be happy for me. I want you guys to respect that. So they're like, girl, but you was with Jordan. How you popping up engaged to Gary? Were you cheating on Gary with Jordan the whole time, or whichever way? Were you cheating on Jordan with Gary? She says yes. Maurice is eavesdropping. And the guys are like, what they saying? What they saying? Maurice is like, let me find out y'all messy. And he tells them, Andy says she with him and she don't care, how he is. He gonna put a little sauce on it and talk about how, he's sure Gary, hanging slanging out there. How she gonna be busy with that. She ain't got time for all this mess. So while they're talking, the ladies is coming out. And everybody's leaving. And Sabrina is cleaning up and Rich is gonna help her. Andy comes out of the bathroom and Fatima is still there in her bedroom. And she's like, nah, girl. You can play all coy with them and not answer these questions, but you gonna answer my questions. And Andy was just kind of like, yeah, I figured. She finally tells Fatima about the Gary situation and how he has threatened to ruin Jordan's life, threatened to unveil these ties that Jordan has to the cartel and all this extraness if she doesn't marry him. So it amazes me that Fatima doesn't. Does Fatima know that he's being investigated? I guess maybe Fatima doesn't know that Andy has the FBI on speed dial right now. But yeah, y'all. Rich ends up going to Jordan's house to let him know about Gary and Andy. It's so funny to me because, they just refer to Gary as Andy's ex and not also your sister's fiance and the father of her child, because this man is crazy. We have to take in the breath of how all we know this fool. So after he goes to tell Jordan what happened, he goes over to Sabrina's house and she tells him that Damani, the interview, he was like, that your handsome coworker, your little handsome coworker dude you was on the date. I said, not you called the man handsome. She's like, yeah, him. He wants to donate his sperm to me. It's just like, I get both sides of every situation because Sabrina is like, it's hard to come across smart black man sperm. But Rich is like, in what world can you tell me the nigga that you was just on a date with, you finna have a baby with him, but you still want to be with me? Like, in what? Where? How? So, yeah, I see both ends of this. Rich is like, you don't know nothing about him, and he could be crazy. He's trying to be in your life, I'm like, he could be creepy or whatever, but it's a soap opera, so she probably gonna get this man's sperm, or she gonna find out she's already pregnant by Rich anyway, because we know that the condom has slipped off at one point. So later on, we see Tony goes to Rich's smoothie shop, and he's letting him know, like, yeah, he just closed on some land or another space for another smoothie shop. And he's like, oh, you tell your girl what your girl say? He was like, yeah, I told her. And he was like, actually, no, I haven't told her because she's dealing with so much on this fertility journey. And he tells me about the handsome coworker that's trying to donate sperm. Tony is like, bro, what is your problem? She's beautiful. She got her own job, all her own teeth. She got her own money. You got money, you could afford to have a baby, especially if you're not trying to lose her. He's like, dang, she might be the one. Poopa, get off the pie, my G. Like, what's going on. She straight up told you she ready for a baby. It ain't gotta be with you, but that's the path she on. And you don't want to give her up, but you also don't want to be a dad. You can't have it both ways. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see who gonna be able to fertilize her eggs. How you like your eggs? Fry to fertilize, fry to fertilize. Y'all remember turquoise Jeep? Raise your hand if you remember turquoise Jeep. Tony goes over to Danny's house after work and the baby shower. He like, okay, I'm about to shower and I need updates on what happened with Gary. So while he's in the shower, his phone is blowing up and going off, blowing up and going off. Danny picks up the phone, like, Tiffany, girl, these kids better be on fire or something. Why you blowing this phone up? Opens the phone and Tiffany does sit. What she say? Her weak ass titties. Why she sitting you her weak ass titties? So Danny is mad when Tony comes out the bag. She confronts him, of course, and he's getting ready to pack up his stuff because he's like, I'm not finna deal with this. But he fresh out the shower, so all he got on is his towel. She like, you gonna leave in the towel? He like, yes, I'm gonna leave in the towel. She's like, well, actually, it's my towel, so you need to leave it here. He snatched the towel off the door. I said, not you storming off naked, sir. You can get charges for stuff like that. You can't just be walking around like this naked. Next, we see Gary and Andy, y'all. They are with a wedding planner, and they're talking about all the plans. And, oh, this is gonna be the wedding of a century. Andy's sitting there like, I'm so excited. Like, somebody call a hotline for this girl. God dang. When the planner leaves away, Gary tells Andy she can't leave until she dropped them panties, y'all. Andy lies and says that she's on her cycle, y'all. It's the time of the month. He said, well, leave your panties here. Take them off. You want to leave here, right? Take them off. I was like, why? Why, Emily? Why? My goodness. It's like, Gary is such a super villain. Like, there is no way that she not rid herself of this fool yet. No way, right? So, yeah. She gotta take off her panties and hand them over to him for entry to leave since she can't bust it open right now. Yeah. At the salon, Karen calls Pam in to talk about their money. Yeah, I remember Karen mama was like, Pam, use your cards, your store cards, ran them up for her business. She's using your space as storage. She's using your customer and your business to promote. It sounds like you're supposed to get a cut, my dear. You're supposed to get a cut. So that's where we're picking up on this from, which I'm like, good. I've been waiting on this scene to see if Karen addressed it like a big girl or not. Calls Pam in there, pulls out credit card statements where Pam spent Karen's money on Roots to Riches. Pam was like, well, girl, I bought some stuff for the salon. She was like, girl, you bought a lamp and a pillow. Everything else is your business stuff. And I'm like, how long ago has this been? And neither one of y'all said something about her paying this money back. Because there's no way you using my business credit cards to start your business and thinking that you don't have to pay me back. And you also didn't make me part owner or, nothing in the books to where I get my money back. Crazy. And Karen, I know you got these twins and these baby daddies going on and stuff, but you also crazy for not letting her know that she needs to be paying that money back. Pam said, girl, if you need a little money, it's fine. I'll let you borrow the money. Karen said, no, since you used my credit cards and had my things and my bills overlapsing and insurance running out because it's a chargeback because you spent all my money, you owe me the money. Ain't no borrow. She like, oh, she also tells her that she needs in on the business or something like that. You gonna cut me in. And I'm like, nah, you ain't even believe in my business, so nope. In 8 months, I pay off your little credit card. I said, excuse me, bitch. 8 months? You making money now, ain't you? You can get on the payment plan to pay me back, but you thinking that you ain't gonna pay me nothing for 8 months? Is that what she said? Is that what she said? I would be garnishing Pam's wages. You give Pam a check, right? There can be a line item for, you know, expenses, personal expenses that was charged on the company card. Boom. I would be garnishing Pam's wages until I got my money back, or she paid me the money back outright, or cut me in on the business and guaranteed me this. Girl, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Miss Marie is up there at the law firm. She goes to see Hayden and she's asking him to go on a trip. Basically telling him, go pack his bag now. We're going to somebody's island. Hayden is like, yeah, that sounds all good and everything, but we need to wait till this case is over. Like, if somebody see us, that'll look really bad for your case and for this law firm for me to be fraternizing with you while I'm trying to grant you a divorce, you know. She don't care. She don't care. She finna put that thing on Hayden right here in his office. And Tamara walks right in. Miss Marie like, girl, who is you? You let your assistant? She said, you let your assistant walk all up in your office like that? She said, girl, I'm not his assistant. I'm his girlfriend. Who are you? And then Hayden is like, it's not what you think. Miss Marie said, girl, it's exactly what you think. It's exactly what you think. So Tamara's like, so that was why you had a great pube in your mouth, Hayden? That's where the great pube come from? Miss Marie said, it wasn't great. I sprout glitter or something like that. Something about some glitter, y'all. I was too through at this little hood rat scene, and I'm like, ooh, everybody gonna hear this. I hope one of the bosses hears that Hayden been having relations with that lady and he gets in trouble for it. Hopefully, you know, wishful thinking, things that will make sense. Lastly, we're gonna talk about how Jordan popped up on Andy and he's asking her, what's going on? What you mean you about to marry Gary? You just broke up with me. You know how crazy it is. You know what he put you through. You know what he put you through. Forget his sister. Forget what he did to my sister as well. But do you know what he put you through? Put me through, Andy? And you're gonna marry this man? So that's where that leaves off, y'all. And I think they said we got like 3-week breaks on most of these shows because of the Olympics. I said, ooh, it's a perfect time for me to catch up with no pressure to hurry up and watch the next episode. So I'm about to do Love and Marriage after this because that's also on another 3-week break. And yeah, y'all, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share the video with a friend, comment below, let me know what y'all think of these crazy episodes. Do y'all think that Sabrina is gonna be pregnant by Rich already? We gonna see. All right, y'all, bye.